Question: who's ready for a few handy dandy quick tips? Back in a minute. Hi, this is Jan from New York City. My channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money, and I love, love, love helping people to keep some more of their hard earned money. All right, number one, I'm going to tap down. Use my rule of half whenever possible. There are ways and there are ways. I even like to use half boxes of cake mix. Yes, yes, yes. I have videos specifying about that. What I'm going to do is include the actual video in the description below. So instead of going through all of it all over again, that is what I am going to do. Next, turn a simple box of pasta into a double. You know those long boxes of pastas like, let's say, spaghetti or percatelli or anything like that? Pasta is a very filling item. And by cutting it in half, putting the other half remaining in the box, you can save it for future use. You can get just as much value in that bowl of pasta. I have done it many times. I never, ever put in the entire box of pasta in its original long state. I also find it cooks better and easier. So for me, this works. Next, disregard shampoo and laundry soap measurements. Of course, the manufacturer wants us to use up the stuff quicker. You don't need as much as it mentions. Work with what you can. Look at the label and see what it says versus the decreased use that you're going to try, and tell me if I am right, that it'll still work just as fine. It never failed me. Hopefully it'll never fail you either. Slow down the rate of usage. This is a good thing. Next, reduce the use of oil. We use way too much oil. I've seen people like put so much oil in their skillets. It's just such a waste of money, and oil is not cheap. So you could cut down on the use of it. I'll give you a definite example. When I make a box of cake mix, many times the box asks for 1/3 cup of oil. I am perfectly fine with either a capful or 2 capfuls. I do not need a whole 1/3 of oil. Nope, I don't. Okay, next. Reserve butter for eating in certain recipes. If I'm going to have butter, I'm not just going to melt it in a pan and leave it in a pan. I rather have it on my bread, on my cake, bread or whatever. In my recipe, yes. But not just using it to grease things. To me, that is a waste of butter, in my opinion. How about you? How do you feel about that? Next, use soda flip tops to create closet storage. This may sound crazy, but you know those little flip top things on the top of a can of soda, for example? Excuse me, please. Take that little flip top thing off, place it on an existing hanger in your closet, and you could actually hang another hanger on that hanger through that little hole that's on the flip top. Hello. I think that's really cool. What do you think? All right, next. Use dental floss in place of sewing thread in a pinch. If you're somewhere and you can't get access to sewing thread wherever you are, but you might just happen to have a needle, but I don't know how that works. But some people have actually used dental floss in place of sewing thread. I've never done it. If anybody out there has ever done that, let me know in the comment section below. But I found this during some research. It did sound rather interesting. Let me know. Next, old newspapers or comic strips makes an interesting gift wrap. Oh, definitely does. For those, sorry about the typo there, for those out of town getting a gift from you. Okay, so if you're mailing a package to someone out of town or even out of the country, and you use some local newspaper or comic strip type thing, they get to see like what you get to read, sort of like an additional souvenir that aids in your wrapping, that actually saves you money on wrapping paper and gives for a more interesting gift. Just saying, just saying. Next, let's see if it shows up here. Come on, show up, show up, show up. Why is it not showing up? That is really, really weird. Hang on here a second. Anyway, it's not showing up, a little technical issue, but I was going to say cover your shoe bottoms with old shower caps when packing for travel. Okay, so if you have like an old shower cap, you want to pack your shoes in for traveling, you cover the bottoms with the old shower caps and it doesn't dirty your clothes while you're packing them. That's very good. And I don't know what happened to the 10th one, but I could tell you it has to do with tea. Many people, like I'm a light tea drinker. I don't drink seriously dark tea. So for me, I go boop, boop. And I don't want it to just go out the window. If you are a light tea drinker, there's no reason in the world to not get a second cup out of it. I've done that. And to even stretch it further, excuse me again, just keep your tea bags in a like boiling pot simmering, shut it off, put it away. It could cool down. You could remove the bags and just heat up the tea later on in the day as you need it. There you go. You just saved yourself a little bit of dough, Remy. And despite the technical problem, doesn't really matter. It still worked out okay. By the way, if you'd be so kind, I would really appreciate if you do the following. Have an amazing, fantastic day, even with technical difficulties. Life happens. Have a good one. Bye bye.